Good morning, it's Belinda from Chez B Property Styling. I'm here in my office today talking to the most beautiful Liz Buchanan from Ember Solutions. And Liz is probably, were you the first person that introduced me to social media? Yes. I came to your Facebook workshop.
Came to my Facebook workshop a couple of months before you started your business. And then we did a mentoring 3 months to get you set up before you launched. And then we do regular catch-ups.
So Liz comes to my office at home probably once every 3 to 6 months.
Yep.
And we just revisit all my social media platforms. We review everything. We look at my SEO and then we set and forget for the next 3 months and Liz pops in. Well, you don't forget about it. I forget about it.
We're having the, how come we haven't done this?
Yeah.
Discussions this morning.
Yeah. Liz is a whiz bang at the back of my website, which is WordPress, and I'm still learning the back of my website. So whenever I have an issue, Liz is my go-to, and I ring up and say, how do I do this, Liz? Liz, can I tell you, before I started my own business, I had no idea what SEO was.
Most people don't, or the difference between SEO and SEM.
What about small business owners? Do a lot of them not know what it is? Really?
A lot of people know that they need to do social media or they need to be on digital, but they don't really know what it is apart from Facebook and doing posts.
So can you dumb it down in 30 seconds and tell everybody what SEO is?
So SEO is just optimizing your optimizing your website so that it is more searchable on Google. It increases your digital footprint, so making sure that you're using the keywords that people are searching for, making sure that it's optimized, that it has the right description and I'm trying to not use jargon, so the right descriptions and keywords in the description of each pages and the blogs, so that it improves your Google. And then when you talk about your website or other people link to your website more on social media, that improves your ranking on Google as well.
So you then come in at page 1.
Yes.
I don't know about anybody else, but I never go to page 2 on Google. So that's quite common. So what I guess the question I've always wondered is, you can't have everybody on page 1. So, like, as a general rule, how many businesses would be on page 1? 30? 20?
No, I don't think it's that many.
Okay, so you've got to be better than the other person.
You've got to be better than the other person, and that is a combination of making sure that your links are working on your website, that the keywords are using, that when you write blogs, you use the keywords that people are searching for, that people are talking about your website or your company on social media, so that it looks like you're active more, that you're updating your website so that Google thinks that you haven't, that it's current, that it's up to date. So again, that ranks it higher. So it's all those tricks and keeping it updated that are important.
I listened to a book on SEO a couple of years ago, and it actually described Google as the cool girl at school.
Yeah. And
the cool girl doesn't want to know you until you become cool as well. And so by becoming cool yourself, then Google actually falls in love with you and then wants to promote you, so to speak.
Google considers you cool if you update yourself. If people are talking about you on social media, that doesn't mean that you need to go viral. It just means that you've connected your website on social media and you're doing regular posts. So it's about consistency. It's about showing up and being regular.
I guess what I've learnt in running my own small business is that there's so many hats and balls up in the air, and it's this one's bopped me on my head, okay, I've got to deal with it. This one's bopping me on the head, right, I've got to deal with it. And it's all about focusing as a small business owner what you are really good at, which is property styling. I am good at property styling. You probably have no idea about the layout of how a room should look. Whereas I take that for granted.
My office lounge room's just...
Oh, you have an office in your lounge room?
Yeah, and
Right.
the cupboard is still... Okay, I should really get Belinda here to decorate this and finish my office.
Whereas when I came to Liz's social media workshop, and I love loyalty, and meeting Liz, I just really warmed to her when I met you about 4 years ago.
So it was just before you started.
Yeah, I went to one of your workshops, and you still hold these workshops.
Yep.
So you're having
I've
one
got
tomorrow?
One tomorrow, actually, yeah.
Right, okay. And how often do you hold the workshops?
I haven't run one for about a year, but I'm probably aiming to run another one in July.
Okay. I did initially, when I first launched Chez B, have a big company who was looking after my SEO, and I think it was costing me something like $80 a week. And then I went to one of Liz's workshops, and look, if you go to one of those big companies, what are you getting for your $80 a week? Are they constantly tweaking it all the time, or are you actually far better to look after your SEO yourself? Or like if I was to look after my own SEO and not have you in my life, how often would I need to be going in to Google and looking at my keywords?
Once the SEO technically is set up for SEO, you potentially don't have to do much. You just have to make sure that if there is a change, you've updated it, that you regularly do blogs. Hint.
Yes, I've got to get my blogs done.
That you've got that, and that each blog has that SEO, etc., and that it is optimized. You do want to check it, and you want to look at your analytics, but potentially you want to review it.
So that's
all the time.
that's why we meet every 3 months. Okay, no, that's great. So I want to introduce you to Liz. She has the most amazing workshops, and I'm going to try and pop into her workshop tomorrow because she's got some small businesses that I wouldn't mind introducing myself to. And it's always good to keep on top of what's going on. So thanks, Liz. So what are we doing now? We're going to do Google.
We are doing
We're
Google.
up to Google.
We've just made sure that all your platforms are consistent and up to date as well. So making sure that we've done Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Google locations.
I'd be lost without her.
Are all up to date,
Okay.
etc. Because that's important. In some regards, people have to see you at least 20 times before they really start buying from you or changing in awareness. The more it's consistent, it builds that synergy. The more that it has similar messages but customized to each platform, the better it's going to be.
And that's what my business mentor constantly tells me is consistency.
Yep.
Keep showing up and don't expect it to work overnight.
No.
Unless you put something up that's amazing and goes viral, which is few and far between.
It is. You can't have an objective just to go viral because
No.
if you think of how many people are out there.
Okay, so there you go. If you need or would like to do one of Liz's Facebook workshops, how often do you have them? These are purely for business, like running a business through Facebook.
So tomorrow is Ignite Your Social Media Workshop, and then I'll run the same one again in July. So just look at my Ember Solutions Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter accounts.
Okay, all right, great. Chat soon. Bye.